I'd like to call the Monday, August 27th, 2018 Blue Springs Planning Commission meeting to order. If I could please ask you to all rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I'd like to welcome you this evening. What we have on our agenda this evening is the consent agenda is item 1, followed by the plan development final plan site plan design review for Blue Springs South High School. Other business followed by adjournment. So we have a short meeting. With that, I would entertain a motion for the consent agenda.
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Peel?
I move that the minutes from the August 13th meeting of the Planning Commission be approved as submitted by staff.
Thank you. Do I hear a second?
I'll second it.
Mr. Fairbanks? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carried. Now we'll go to item 2. And Mr. Wright, you'll present that for staff. Thank you.
Yep.
Thank you, Chairman Banks and Commissioners. Before this evening is a request for a PD final plan and site plan design review for Blue Springs South High School, which is located at 1200 Southeast Adamsbury Parkway. The request includes approximately 77,600 square feet of new building additions to the existing high school. The largest addition is an approximately 70,000 square foot addition at the southeast corner of the existing building, and then an additional 7,600 square feet addition to the Performing Arts Center on the north side of the building. The final plan is in substantial compliance with the PD concept plan that was approved by the City Council on August 6th. Aside from the new building additions, the only other changes to the site are to the internal access drives and parking lot layout on the north side of the building, as well as the addition of the southeast parking lot on the southeast side of the new building addition. The reconfiguration of the parking lot on the north side of the building resulted in an increase in the number of parking spaces from 842, which was approved in the concept plan, to 877 spaces in the final plan. Most of that was due to a change of the access drive from within the parking lot to the north side, which will make it a little bit safer for people parking and entering the building. They don't have to cross through the drive lane anymore. Also, they went from angled parking to 90-degree parking, which increases the number of parking spaces. The site will also include 40 bike parking spaces with 4 bike racks placed throughout the perimeter of the building. Pedestrian access and crossing requirements have also been met in the new parking lot, as well in the new parking lot for the new classroom additions. And then an alternative compliance landscape plan was also submitted for the parking lot landscaping with a request under our current landscape requirement. We require 50% of the plant units in the parking lot to be shade trees, and then 25% to be ornamental trees. They would like most of those ornamental trees to become shade trees. So they're increasing the number of shade trees in the parking lot, so we don't have any concerns with that. But that is something that they'd like to request a deviation from the landscaping percentages on. The new building additions are primarily brick, which match the existing building, as well as some architectural metal accents included on the canopies and around the windows. Existing window patterns and other design elements will be carried through from the existing building to the new building additions. Signage, as shown in the packet, is not being approved with the concept plan, or with the final plan, excuse me, but will be approved through the administrative sign permit process. Any signage that does not meet the sign code may be requested for approval through the Master Alternative Sign Plan application. That concludes staff's presentation. Staff does recommend approval of the application with 8 conditions in the staff report, and I'll be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Are there any questions for Mr. Wright? No, I guess not. Would the applicant like to come forward? All right.
Yes, ma'am. Do I
You
need
don't
to
have to be
sworn in?
sworn in.
Okay.
I would like to get your name, though.
Yes, ma'am. It's Daniel Anderson with the school district.
Meg Warner brought these in just so you guys can see. These are going to be what the window, outside window head appears for you guys. When we're looking, we had a question last time about that. And then here are some of the exterior finishes with the thin set brick that we'll be using, along with the metal coping, and then rooftop screening and stuff of that nature. So once again, want to reinforce that we are putting the storm shelter on the gym. So that'd be rated to an EF5, so we're excited about that for the students and the staff, as well as the black box on the north side, that small 7,000 square foot addition we're putting on the north side. So we're very excited about it. We want to thank all the community for the support that we were showing in the bond, and we're glad to keep moving forward and appreciate all the support we get from you guys.
Okay.
Any questions?
Are there any questions for the applicant? Yep.
I believe we asked you last time, could you reiterate if you're using solar energy of any sort this time?
On this site, no. We have currently over at Delta Woods that we're using, and we're looking at a possible plan down the road with Brittany Hill, which is an all-electric school.
Thank you.
Now, all of our rooftops that we do place on our buildings do have the capability to handle that. So we always have that as an option. As we start to put any kind of arrays on there, we can tap into that as well as a passive energy.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other questions? No, I guess not. Thank you.
Okay,
We
thank
made it
you.
easy. Okay. Are there any further discussion between the commissioners?
Madam Chair, I
Yes.
believe Chairman,
Oh.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I just had a question on that tornado shelter in the summer months. Will that be available for the community?
It is not classified as a FEMA shelter. Those are opportunities that we can work as we work with the city staff and the Parks Department and things like that for the availability on that. But we did not have the funding through the FEMA that requires that community support like we did with James Walker and James Lewis. So that's just one that we need to get a cooperation between the city and the school district to.
So you'll be able to retrofit it later?
Well, it's not so much about retrofitting, it's just having the plan in place and having the people available to open it up for emergency situations like that. So when we have a storm warning and we need it, having the availability to get someone to open up the building if it's off hours or things of that nature. But it's rated for storm.
Okay. Yeah, I was just thinking about the Oak Grove tornado a couple of years ago. And then I know that we might need cooling stations.
Yes.
And I was just wondering if it would be available for that.
It always is. We're always, willing to work with the city and whatever, and as we have worked over the past number of years to make that work with Jackson County and in the city for any type of needs.
Okay.
All right. Are there any other questions? No, I gather not.
Okay, thank you.
Any further discussion? Okay, I would entertain a motion on the plan development, final plan, site plan design review for Blue Springs South High School.
Madam Chair,
Commissioner Peel?
I move the plan development, final plan, site plan design review, PDFS 08186524 with the 8 conditions be approved as submitted by staff.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Commissioner Craddock? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed, same sign. That motion carried. So we have approved the plan development, final plan, site plan design review for Blue Springs South High School. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Is there any other business?
We don't have any other presentations this evening. We do have a meeting scheduled for September 10th. Will be a pretty full meeting with some rezoning public hearings, conditional use permits. I can go through them specifically if you'd like, or just kind of
Surprises.
surprise you. It's everybody likes
If you tell too much, they might not show up.
But we'll make sure that we'll have some good ones, so.
Okay, variety.
Good variety, and we'll have, entertaining presentations, and we'll make it worthwhile for everybody to come.
Okay, thank you. I'm kind of nervous now. Okay. All right, anything else?
Madam Chair,
Yes, sir.
I want to, put on one of my other hats here.
Okay,
Get everybody to start saving the date on their calendar for October 13th. That will be the grand reopening of the depot down at Central Park. And want everyone to come out and see what we have done over the past 5 years to restore that building and set it up.
that's exciting.
I'm not sure yet. Yeah.
Okay.
Late
Is there a
afternoon.
certain
Late
time or
afternoon.
anything? Late afternoon?
Late
Is that what you
afternoon.
asked? Okay, late afternoon. All right. Anything else? Any other news? Anybody wants to share? Okay. With that, I would entertain a motion if there's nothing else to adjourn.
So moved.
Commissioner Peel, second.
Second it.
Commissioner Fairbanks. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Meeting's adjourned.